A very good morning to everyone. Today we have a very special guest with us, Miss Garima Mishra. She runs a tuition center called the Scope Tuitions. So before we get into knowing more about her and her center, let me introduce her to all of you. Miss Garima Mishra has spent more than a decade teaching on different schools and boards. She started her tutorial scope in the year 2016 for students from Standard 1 to Standard 12 for all the subjects. She holds a master's degree in organic chemistry and has also done her bachelor's degree in education. She is supported by 15 more teachers currently, and overall, they all put together have 300 plus years of teaching experience. Till the year 2019, they were only conducting offline in-classroom sessions. However, the year 2020 made us all go online. So they then started doing everything online. Their team provides engaging and interesting learning opportunities to students around the world, guiding them to identify their strengths and fill in their learning gaps. When anyone participates in their online or tutor sessions, they are going to embark on a journey of discovery and understanding. A very warm welcome to you, Ms. Garima. It's indeed going to be a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am, and it's my pleasure you are taking my interview. I'm so glad. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me begin, Garima, about knowing more about your center. I'm very excited to know much more how you started and all. So before anything else, I would first like to know from you that where is your facility located?
We are at Belandur inside Sun City apartment.
So as mentioned, you have said that you started few years back. So when exactly, which month was Scope Tuitions established?
We started our journey in June 2016.
Okay. And how many students currently do you cater to? How many do you have at present in your center?
Currently, we are having over 100 students from different boards and schools, and 80% of them have taken multiples of subjects.
That's lovely. So do you also, like in many tuition centers I've seen, there are many children and probably one teacher.
Yes.
So in your center, what is the ratio that you follow of the student and the tutor?
Actually, we work on the personalized model, and depending on the level of the support, we need to decide whether we should go for one-on-one session or 1:5 session or 1:10. But we never go beyond 1:10.
Wow, that's an amazing ratio to follow, and I'm sure that children would be greatly benefited.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure. Because we have to work on the personalized plan. Depending upon their need, we have to decide.
That's amazing. So you said that, in your profile, you had mentioned that there are, you started with all the subjects from grade 1 to 12. So currently, do you also include languages for which you're giving tuitions?
Yeah, currently we are having Hindi and English. Coming sessions, we are planning to start Kannada and French also because many people are asking about it.
Yeah, I think that would be lovely because especially non-Kannadica students really need a lot of help in the local language. So it would really help them. That's nice. So when the children come to you, how do you make sure that the kind of help that they need, they get that when they come to you? Because like I said, of course, your student-teacher ratio is amazing, but how do you ensure, because children do have different needs, so how do you ensure that children get help according to the needs that they have?
Before we onboard a student, we do an exploration with the parents to understand the requirement of the student. During 2 sessions, our teachers are in alert observation mode to understand if the requirement stated and the actual reality is matching. Then depending on the observation, we make a personalized approach. And we also send a regular feedback to the parent so that they are also well aware of our approach.
That's really good. That's really good. So you have seen that this kind of approach really helps the children?
Yeah, it helps a lot, ma'am, because everything needs discipline.
Yes.
Only the children, they want to do it, but they don't understand the value of time and discipline. So slowly we are telling them, okay, you are weak here and in this part of area, so we have to focus on that particular area, not everything. They should take interest in the study. It should not be the burden. That is our main motive.
So when they come to Scope tuitions, what is the kind of environment you're looking to give to the children?
As I said, ma'am, we wish to give them a collaborative and relaxed atmosphere when they can freely express where they need help, and based on their feedback, and we take decision what kind of the help child is looking for, and generally we try to give feedback in the positive tone so that they get motivated to put efforts on their own.
Okay, that's good. So, since you have a tuition center, it's almost like a mini school, I would say. And the workforce is so important because, it's not just one person who runs the show. Yeah. So, when it comes to the tutors or the teachers that you hire, what is the kind of process that you follow?
We have 3 levels of screening for the tutors for selection. Post initial selection, we keep them in observation for about 3 months, and and then basis feedback, we further appoint them, or we go with the separation. Our team is constantly on the job to find the best of the best teachers. In case anyone is watching this video interested to join us, they can contact us as well.
Absolutely. I'm sure that many parents who want to know about your center, in case some of them are interested, I'm sure that they would love to join. Absolutely. That would be great. So what kind of, I would like to understand, so would the parents that, what kind of study materials or resources that you make available to the children, or what kind of study materials that the teachers use, and, does that help in preparing them for exams?
Actually, we follow the school book as well as reference books, and students are given questions from variety of books for better understanding. As we follow practice testing, we are able to track the child's pace, and which even helps the parents to see their child's improvement.
That's great. So then I'm sure that you would be conducting some kind of assessments, and then in case you do that, do you prepare reports based on it? And in schools we have our parent-teacher meetings. So do you do that once you prepare the reports, and then do you kind of share that with parents and talk to them about how the children are progressing? Because many, a lot of tuition centers make tall promises, and and then they say that, yes, if your child is getting 10, by the end of the year, your child is going to get 80, and the parent is so hopeful. I mean, I myself experienced it, but it doesn't really happen that way. So how do you do that at your center?
Actually, while teaching a chapter, after each chapter, we conduct tests, and which are made by our experienced staff. And the tests are then corrected, and feedback is sent by our coordinators to the parents. And this helps the parents to keep a record of their child's progress, and it also helps the student to understand the concepts better. So we actually make a test based on the child's requirement. If the child is lagging behind the basics, we first focus on the basic part, and then we take a full chapter test. So according to the need of the child, we decide what kind of the test child can write.
I would say that's amazing, because not every child is at the same level, and there are children at times who lag behind. Like you said, you make tests accordingly, so that's great. So I'm sure then by the end of the year, or before the exams come, the children all would be able to reach a particular level. Am I right?
Yes, you are right, ma'am.
Okay. So how many times in a week do the children get to attend the classes?
They have, it depends upon the number of hours they have taken. Generally, we suggest parents your child needs like weekly 2 hours or weekly 3 hours. It depends upon the knowledge the child is having, or the child can attend how many classes, because nowadays we know that each child is not totally dedicated on the studies. They are having so many different activities. So nowadays the problem is that the children are not having much time because of the school hours and all. So generally they are able to take weekends or late night or something like that.
Okay, yes, very true. So, do you expect parents to, I mean, is there kind of some homework that you give at your center and you expect the parents to help the child as well?
Yeah, our expectation is that the parents should to ensure that the student joining the classes on time or they are coming to the center, they should come regularly, and we send feedback after each class. So we expect that the parents should read our daily or weekly feedback and help the students complete any assigned task on time, and then we can give a very good result. That is our promise.
Wow. So you give them a feedback on such a regular basis. I mean,
Yes,
not just
daily
daily,
basis,
but
on
weekly.
the daily basis, ma'am.
Wow, that's really amazing. I'm sure schools also don't do that.
Yes.
So tell me, Garima, that what was of course, you've been in the teaching line, but what made you? And, of course, when I got to know you had started this, I was quite happy. But what was the thought behind starting this center? What made you want to do that?
Yeah, ma'am, when I was in school, I have seen that children were struggling in the basics and parents are not having much time. So I thought of contribute at least a little bit in building India's tomorrow. And also we are having a good a gang of very good teachers together. So this gives a bit of fun while working.
True, true. And how have you found a difference between working in school and running your own center?
Ma'am, here I am free to apply any rules, and here only I need to think about the children. School, I was little bounded. I have to take permission. I have to follow the curriculum, whether it is suitable for the child or not. Here I can give one-on-one session to each child. I can work on the one-on-one need, and it gives me complete satisfaction what I am doing at the end.
Absolutely. I totally agree. So, of course, at tuition center, I'm sure your focus is helping the child improve. So, is it that when the children come to you for, certain subjects, what is the focus of, the tutors who are there at your center? Is it just working on the grades alone?
I've seen, ma'am, when children go to school, they generally getting the chapter understanding what is happening in the school. They know very well, but not at all our focus to make only for the grades. Our focus is to make basic understandable. Can we pause here?
Yes, so Garima, you were telling me that whether you just focus on improving the grades of the children when they come to you?
Not at all, ma'am. Our focus to make basic understandable so that when they go to the higher grades, they do not struggle and they are able to relate the larger concepts better. Because book learning, chapter learning is happening in the school, only they struggle with the basics. So if the basics are strong, I think definitely they will not finding any problem in that particular subject.
Yes, I think that's true. And also, so does that when you are helping them with basics, do you also in the bargain or alongside teach them some basic study skills like probably time management or how to learn things in easy manner? Some kind of skills are also taught to them?
Yes, ma'am. I generally, the children are not having a habit of writing much, especially boys I have seen, they don't want to write. So we try to take tests online or offline in presence of coordinators or the teachers. So we can force them to submit the paper on time. And generally before the paper, we give them like, okay, we will not correct your paper if you are not sending us on time. So this kind of thing, and where how they attempt paper examination, like keyword should be marked or the special things should be in the bold points, so many things. So we try to train them according to the board and according to their school requirements. So we are trying to make them understand everything in our classes.
So currently, now since everything has opened up, are you still continuing with online classes too, or is it completely offline?
Ma'am, we have both both the sessions, online and offline. Sometimes I have seen many offline children are coming, and after 2-3 classes, they are opting online because they're very comfortable and online. So we have both.
I think that's great, because I think travel time also becomes difficult. So it'll be good, if children have that option.
Correct.
So parents can avail of the online option as well.
Yes, I have seen within the Sun City, children are not ready to come because they have exam. They can save their 1 hour time, because if they will come to the center, friends will be there. And now when they start learning things properly, they want to do good in the exam. So they have their good understanding.
I think that's absolutely true. So let me ask you, Garima, that since you've been in schools for so many years, do you think that your experience in schools, did it help you in some way while you started your center and while running the center on a day-to-day basis?
Oh yes, 100%, ma'am. It has helped me understand the student behavior better, and it also made me understand that where the large classroom teaching fails, then we fill them in our classes.
And like I say, that no experience is ever wasted. So I'm sure that really helped you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, Garima, that you are all on a right track, and that, parents will see the benefit of the children coming for your classes. And it's just not random tuitions that you're talking about. The student-teacher ratio, the kind of attention that you all are giving would be really benefiting their children. So we hope that you start many more centers going ahead, and this is going to really reach every household, and people would know by the quality that you all give. And before we wind up, I would finally like to ask you, though you have recently onboarded our platform Skoolz, but what has your experience been, and what is it that you're looking forward to from us?
I think this is a very good platform which will help the players like us to get a larger visibility. So I think I'm very glad to part of this, and very glad to be you are with me, and your support is always with me. So I'm very thankful to the God and to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Garima. It was lovely talking to you. And in case there are any queries of parents or anything, and you can just share your website so parents can get more details, and your details or your contact details also would be there. So if you can just share your website, what is the website called, and so parents can go there and find out whatever is there on the website.
Yeah, ma'am, I don't remember the website actually.
It is the skooptuitions.in.
Scope Tuition, that's what I got. Okay. So this is skooptuition.in, and my contact number is 9972703500. As I told, we are at Telandur in Sun City apartment. So we are conducting offline classes right now over there. And for any offline and online classes, they can contact me on this.
Absolutely. So your contact details, I'm sure, are given on the website.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All the very best to you, Garima. Thank you. It was pleasure talking to you.
Same here, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, Ms. Garima, I'm sure many parents whose children are in the board classes, 10th and 12th, would like to understand that how do you, at your tuition center, prepare the children for facing board exams?
Ma'am, actually, we start our classes in March, and 15th March or the 1st April, depending upon the where their 9th and 11th exams are going to get over. And after this, we try to finish our portion by August or September, so that in 4-5 months we finish the portion, and after that, 5 to 6 months we work on the back questions, multiple questions, as well as 10 or 20 years of the question papers. So we work on the basically to train them how to write the board paper, and things what they have to keep in the mind before writing the papers. So 6 months we give them training to attempt board exams. So this is the way we follow. We whole year we don't follow the to finish the portion and all. We don't need to run behind them. So we take revision time to time when they are having exams, and as well as we train them for the writing part.
Okay, Ms. Garima, I would like to know from you that parents usually wonder whether if my child is doing okay in school, is average, is scoring fine, I don't really need to send the child for the tuitions. So what is your thought on this? Whether probably I would ask you that what is the age group that the parents should start looking for extra help, and probably what time of the year is good for them to start sending their child for tuitions?
Actually, they should look for the tuition when if the child is very good in application part and child is able to give answers quickly. It's not like the descriptive he is going good, but like small question answers, if he is going without any revision quickly, the child is giving. I don't think so. The child needs tuition. And after that, also if they are looking for like, okay, now my child has to write board papers properly. I think after 8th standard, this is the best time when they go for the tuition, so that they get proper training, proper attention, and the somebody should be there to focus on their weak areas. And that time tuition should not be like that portion finishing. They should look for the tuition where we can make child strong on their weak areas. So right now the parents think about the tuition is the portion covering thing. I my request to all the parents, you should look where your child is missing things and somebody should be there to help the child.